all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning and thanks for listening in. This is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 26th of August. In the top news, according to the Reserve Bank of India's annual report, the slowdown in economic growth in the last financial year, coupled with the COVID-19 pandemic, is likely to increase the fiscal deficit of central and state governments. The general government fiscal deficit is likely to deteriorate to around 7.5% of gross domestic product in 2019-20 as per provisional accounts from 6.5% as per the revised estimates according to the RBI. That would reverse the fiscal gains achieved in the last 2 years. Meanwhile, financial liabilities of Indian households dropped in the previous financial year in another indicator of weak demand even before the pandemic disrupted economic activity. Net financial savings of households are estimated to have improved to 7.6% of the gross national disposable income in the financial year ending March 2020 from 6.4% in the previous year, according to preliminary estimates published in the RBI's annual report. The government may look at introducing a second set of fiscal stimulus measures once the COVID-19 infections abate and the psychological fears in people's minds ebb, according to a PTI report that quoted Union Expenditure Secretary T.V. Somanathan. The secretary said that the government has observed that 40% of the cash transfers directly into the beneficiaries' accounts have been saved and not spent, leading to the feeling that the effects of the earlier measures have not played out. Here's an interesting snippet in the run-up to the next GST Council meeting that's scheduled for tomorrow. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that the GST Council will consider lowering the tax rate on two-wheelers as they are neither a luxury item nor a sin good. Responding to a query at an industry interaction, she said it was a good suggestion. GST rate on two-wheelers currently stands at 28%. Meanwhile, the government has extended by 2 months the deadline for placing bids for Air India till the 30th of October. The process for stake sale in the national carrier was initiated, remember, on the 27th of January, and this is the 4th extension given by the government for putting in bids. In international news, the US and China reaffirmed their commitment to the Phase 1 trade deal in a biannual review, demonstrating a willingness to cooperate even as tensions rise over a range of other issues, including data security and democracy in Hong Kong. The two countries discussed steps China has taken, including ensuring greater protection for intellectual property rights and removing impediments to American companies in financial services and agriculture. That's according to the US Trade Representative. Now, US equities rose to an all-time high for the third day running, with investors counting on the Federal Reserve to stay accommodative as the economy recovers from the COVID-19 pandemic. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite notched fresh highs, with Facebook rallying after unveiling a series of tools designed to expand shopping on its social media platform. Markets in the Asia-Pacific region, on the other hand, have started with cuts. The Nikkei 225 was lower by about 0.2% last I checked, and the other two early risers had deeper cuts. And with that, it's over to Hormuz Fatakia for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Hormuz. How are we looking today?
Good morning to you, Alex, and to our listeners as well. Tuesday was a quiet day of trade for India's benchmark indices. Having said that, the Nifty Bank continues to outperform and the index is up over 1,000 points in the last 3 sessions. Now let's get to the stocks in focus today. V8 Tech Wabag will be issuing 75 lakh shares on a preferential basis. 50 lakh of those will be to Rekha Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. The company intends to raise 120 crore rupees from this preferential issue, and the issue price of 160 rupees a share is is a 30% discount to Tuesday's closing price. The stock has seen quite a run-up of late and is up close to 70% in the last 7 trading sessions. Punjab National Bank has made its first recovery in the Nirav Modi case. The state-run lender received 24 crore rupees post the liquidation of some of his assets. Next on the list is JMC Projects, which has won a new order worth over 550 crore rupees in the buildings and factories segment. The company so far has won orders worth 4,000 crore rupees in FY21. Amongst some companies that reported earnings late on Tuesday and will react to the same today include Canfin Homes and Ircon International. Gillette, GMDC, Indraprastha Gas, Hindustan Foods are some of the companies that will be reporting their results today. Some stocks that will be in focus on the back of fundraising include Piramal Enterprises, which will consider an NCD issue on the 28th of August, and Jammu and Kashmir Bank, which seeks to raise 4,500 crore rupees during FY21 and will consider the proposal on August 28th as well. Some buzzing stocks that are on my list today include Adani Enterprises, which surged as much as 30% on Tuesday to an all-time high and ended 23% higher. The stock is out of the F&O ban for today's trading session. Also watch out for Tata Motors, which saw gains towards the final 30 minutes of the session after Chairman N. Chandrasekaran spoke about making the company net debt-free over the next 3 years. The stock ended 5% higher on Tuesday. Matrimony.com is the third on the list. Massachusetts Institute of Technologies acquired 6.1% stake in the company on Tuesday, while ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund acquired 2.3% stake. The stock ended 5% lower. Early trades on the SGX Nifty are indicating a flat start. The index is near the mark of 11,500. And you can get more details on all of these stocks in our All You Need to Know copy on BloombergQuint.com. And with that, I wish you a safe day ahead, and it's back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Hormus. And as always, thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.